The Dark Lord of the Underworld, Hades, god of the dead. What if I told you that the most feared god of ancient Greece wasn't a monster, nor a violent tyrant, but a silent ruler who rarely left his shadowy realm? What if the true terror wasn't his wrath, but the inevitability that every mortal would one day fall into his kingdom? This is the story of Hades, the god of the underworld, a deity shrouded in mystery, fear, and unspoken reverence. In Greek mythology, Hades was not the embodiment of evil, but he was unavoidable. Mortals rarely dared to speak his name, whispering instead titles like the Unseen One or the Wealthy, for all treasures beneath the earth, gold, silver, and precious stones, belonged to him. Hades ruled over the dead, but his power was not limited to shadows. He was one of the three great brothers, alongside Zeus, king of the skies, and Poseidon, lord of the seas. After the Titans were defeated, the cosmos was divided, and the underworld became Hades' eternal domain. Yet Hades was no villain. He kept the balance of life and death, ensuring that souls found their rightful place after leaving the mortal world. Without him, chaos would consume existence. The rivers of his realm, Styx, Lethe, Acheron, Cocytus, and Phlegethon, carried the souls of the departed to their fates, whether it be the blissful Elysium or the torturous pits of Tartarus. Hades' most famous myth is his abduction of Persephone, daughter of Demeter. Taken into the underworld as his queen, Persephone's story explains the cycle of the seasons. Her time above with her mother brought spring and summer, while her return to Hades brought autumn and winter. Though feared, Hades was also deeply devoted to Persephone, and together they ruled the dead with stern justice. Unlike Zeus, who chased countless lovers, Hades was loyal. Unlike Ares, who thrived on bloodshed, Hades was calm, patient, and inevitable. He embodied a truth the Greeks could not escape, that death was as much a part of life as birth. Temples to Hades were rare, but every Greek knew his power. Warriors prayed for him to grant them a peaceful afterlife, and families honored him to protect the souls of their ancestors. His symbols, the helm of invisibility, the black chariot with four immortal horses, and the three-headed dog Cerberus, struck fear into mortal hearts. Yet perhaps the greatest power of Hades lies in his mystery. Unlike Zeus or Apollo, he was not celebrated in festivals or songs. Instead, his worship was quiet, solemn, and respectful. To the Greeks, Hades was not an enemy to defeat, but a ruler to respect. For one day, all roads led to him. So, was Hades truly terrifying? Or was he the fairest of the gods, giving every soul the afterlife it deserved? In the end, perhaps the Greeks feared him not because he was cruel, but because he represented the one truth no mortal could escape. When you hear his name, remember, Hades is not just the god of death. He is the silent king, the eternal guardian, the one waiting patiently at the end of every mortal path.